Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Brigitte, and in this video, I'm gonna be talking about ways to save time in the kitchen. Because listen, even if you have all day to spend in the kitchen, who wants to do that? I mean, now listen, I do enjoy spending time in the kitchen and cooking and baking and experimenting and doing stuff like that, but I can't spend all day every day cooking food for my family. I have a job and I wanna do other things. So in this video, we're talking about my 7 best ways to save time in the kitchen. And this video is so special because it's in collaboration with my friend Anna. I want to introduce you to her.
Brigitte Beckley, I am feeling quite honored getting to join you today. You're a busy mama and I'm a busy mama, and I think you totally get the struggles that go with managing much. And I think you're going to really be able to help me out. I'm wanting to hear your ideas on how to save time in the kitchen, because as you already know, I'm a mama to 6 and I am preparing meals in the midst of all the things that are going on in our home, managing a pretty full household. And I'm always looking for ways to simplify, as there's just a lot of things going on here, as I'm sure it is at your place as well. I just know that you are going to have some time-saving hacks for me, and I really appreciate you passing on your tips on how to save time in the kitchen. Thanks in advance, friend.
After this video, make sure you head over to her channel and watch her best tips and tricks on how to save time in the kitchen. She is a wealth of information. The first way that you can save time in the kitchen that I want to talk about is, of course, meal planning. If you've been around our channel long, you know that we have a meal planner, which I'm going to link it down in the description box below. You go to our website, sign up for our newsletter, and we send it to your email for free. But meal planning helps so much because you're not standing here in the kitchen wondering last minute, what should I make for dinner? It's already been decided ahead of time, so when you bulk do anything, it saves you time in the long run. Our meal planner works kind of backwards. So you take inventory of everything you have in your fridge, freezers, and pantry, and then decide what to make based on that, and only grocery shop for the things that you need. But by writing this all down ahead of time, it saves you time and trouble in the moment on deciding what you need to make for dinner. Plus, when you do this, you can prepare so that you can have everything defrosted that needs to be defrosted, and maybe even cook some things ahead of time. Like I said, when you bulk do anything, it saves you time in the long run. So one of the other ways that I save time in the kitchen is by bulk cooking or batch cooking our breakfasts. We really try to have protein in the morning for breakfast, so a lot of times I make cheesy eggs where I cook a whole bunch of eggs and pour a little bit of milk into it and cook them all at once and then store them in the fridge, and I just reheat the portion that I need for that day. And then also we typically have some kind of carb, so pancakes, waffles, oatmeal. All of these things can be made ahead of time. The oatmeal, I just pre-portion into containers so that I just dump it into a bowl and microwave it with some liquid. But the pancakes and the waffles and the toast or bread or whatever, I like to batch cook those and then freeze them and just take out 1 or 2 or whatever amount I need for that day. This allows me to make really healthy whole grain or whole wheat, plus with a lot of added nutrients like flax or chia or protein powder, a lot of things that I can add when I'm making these things myself that I wouldn't be able to get if I just bought those, pancakes or waffles from the freezer section at the grocery store. It's so easy to make breakfast this way that it is something I will always do. For protein, I also cook sausages up ahead of time. So we get these sausage patties from Costco that are so amazing, such good clean ingredients, and I cook up maybe 6 to 8 of them depending on who I think is going to eat them that week, like if Brandon's going to have some too. And then I'll have that with my cheesy eggs, so it's protein filled, it's a warm breakfast, and it really holds me over until lunch. The next way to save time in the kitchen that I want to talk about is to keep it simple. You don't have to make gourmet, like 5-course meals every time you sit down for dinner with your family. Is that great? Sure. But do they need that? No, and that's okay. We can still feed our families healthy, wholesome food without it being some huge process. Keep it simple. You need protein, vegetables and fruit, and carbs. And sometimes not even carbs if you get that from your vegetables. Some of my favorite ways to make protein are shredded chicken in the Instant Pot or the crock pot, browning up some ground beef so I can throw those into casseroles or tacos or quesadillas, even batch cooking some pork chops in our sous vide machine or cooking those in the Instant Pot or crock pot. Another protein I love is throwing a pork shoulder into the crock pot and making some carnitas with it, or even pulled pork. These proteins are so easy to do, easy to make ahead of time, but very simple. Vegetables, I mean, really all you need is to steam some frozen vegetables. It doesn't get any easier than that. But we also love salads and making smoothies with spinach and other fruits and vegetables inside of that. Carrots are so easy to hide in smoothies, especially if you have it with mango. You don't even taste the spinach, and it allows me to add some extra nutrients when we make the smoothies, like flax or chia or protein powder. You can also use yogurt for probiotics, milk. I mean, the possibilities are endless. Even peanut butter and avocados for healthy fats. I mean, smoothies are so amazing. And simple carbs are, you cook some rice in the Instant Pot, or you make some mashed potatoes, or even make some potatoes in the Instant Pot. So keep it simple. Another way that I save time in the kitchen is to pack lunch, even if I'm home. Now, typically, a lot of days I am at work, so I need to pack my lunch because ain't nobody want hospital food. Am I right? I know, I'm right. I've been there 14 years. I know I do not want to eat that food. No offense to hospitals out there. I know you got a big job. But I've been in the habit of making my lunch for as long as I can remember. But the key to keeping it simple, even if you're at home and even if you have little kids because you're a stay-at-home mom, is to pack the lunch beforehand. This will save you time during the day where you don't have to, one, decide what you're gonna have because you've already meal planned, and two, you've prepped stuff ahead of time. So making it could be in individual containers like I do because my kids also go to school and I go to work, or it could be that you prepare your lunch by cooking up everything ahead of time, putting it in containers, and then all you have to do is throw all that stuff on a plate, heat up whatever needs to be heated up, and you're done. But everything is already prepared and ready to go. The next way that I save time in the kitchen is by having a snack system. Because when my kids are hungry, I do not want to have to go to the kitchen every time they say they're hungry, which is often, and make them something. So we have a system for snacks. We always have ready-to-eat fruit in the fridge, and we have allotted bins where their school snacks go. So if it's snack time, and let's say it's on the weekend, I can just say, go get a snack from your bin. They get to choose one, and all of those snacks are approved by me already because I put them there. We try to start our snacks with something healthy like yogurt with honey or fruit or a smoothie. But after that, we have a variety of chips, which I know processed, but you gotta save time, right? Sometimes buying those things saves you time. And dried fruit is also in their allotted bin, like raisins and dried apricots and stuff like that. The next way that I save time in the kitchen is by having a routine for dishes. No one likes to have dirty dishes in the sink. But by having systems in place that become second nature and habit, you'll save time because you won't have a huge pile of dishes already waiting for you every time you come in the kitchen. So what works for us right now is after breakfast, everyone brings their stuff into the kitchen and puts it into the sink. Then basically we all leave and I go to work, the kids go to school, and when we get home, I empty out all of our lunch boxes and I put the containers that need to be washed into the sink. Then I put all of that stuff away and usually I prep some dinner. While the dinner is prepping, I wash all of those dishes so that when dinner is done, it's not like I'm trying to add it to this already like overflowing sink from breakfast and lunch dishes and all the Tupperware that has come home from the lunches. As soon as dinner is done, we put everything into the sink and I wipe down all of the counters and then I give the kids a bath and put them to bed with a book and reading and all of our bedtime routine and stuff. Right after that is when I come back down to do all of the dishes, which normally is not that much because I've already done breakfast and lunch. All that's waiting for me is whatever we used for dinner. It makes it so it works like clockwork in our house. But if that's not something that would work for you, then find something that does and stick to a routine. That way, everyone knows when dishes are done and you know when you need to spend the time to take 5 minutes to load the dishwasher or wash them all by hand. The next way that I save time in the kitchen is the Instant Pot. I recently got the Instant Pot and I must say, I'm in love. I love how quickly it can cook for me, especially chicken from frozen. Because you know what? If there was a day that I didn't meal plan, I know that I can throw some frozen chicken in there and it will be ready to go in probably about an hour with all of the pressure buildup and then natural releasing and stuff like that. But it'll be good and it'll be healthy and it'll be wholesome, and I know that I'll be able to have a meal for my family. You can cook vegetables in there from frozen super quick, like literally set it on 0 and it will steam the broccoli for you in like 5 minutes. It definitely saves me time in the kitchen. A lot of times I can throw all the ingredients in there for soup, set it, forget it, do everything else I need to around the house when we've all gotten home, and then it's ready in like half an hour after it's heated up. After this video, let's head over to Anna's channel together and we'll find out her tips and tricks on how to save time in the kitchen. I know she's got lots of wisdom in this area, so let's meet over there. What are some of your favorite ways to save time in the kitchen? I love that we can all learn from each other, so leave a comment down below. And if you liked this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Until we meet again, don't forget, life is better together. And don't forget to sign up for your free meal planner in the description box below. Bye.